Hello everyone, welcome back to When Saturdays Come with me, Dry Bright. Hope you're finding you all well. You're not finding it too hot out there, it's boiling into it. But we'll straight into it. Ruben did an interview yesterday with BBC Radio Sheffield with Rob Staten. He had quite a bit to say. He talked about transfers almost straight away, that now Vinny's gone. And where we are on the transfer front, and Ruben said that they are looking at the loan market, free agents, and there is some money to spend if we need to find or if we can get the right player in. The money is there to buy them, which is good. Again, we don't know how much with these owners. They don't come out and do interviews, do they? They're not going to tell us anyway how much money they've got to spend. So, which is their right, of course. So, which is fair enough. They are in market for a couple of players to add a bit of more quality to the squad. Whether that's going to be a full transfer or whether that's going to be a loan or a free agent, we'll have to wait and see on that. But I know we're talking to a couple of players at the minute. I was hoping we might get one over the line before the end of the weekend, but it's not quite materialised. There's obviously reasons for that. The players themselves, they've all been good. We've got a good squad of players. And they've been talking tactics and they've been talking to players individually, what they want from them this season. And they're all on board. They're all proactive. They're all enjoying training at the minute, different ideas which he's putting across to them. And the players themselves, they've got a good attitude, and he's enjoying working with them at the minute. That's the way he likes to be. Ruben says he likes to be on the pitch. He likes to be talking tactics. He likes to be involved. So that's his way of doing things. He's been talking to Femi Siriki about his role this season, so we can expect Femi to get more game time this year. And he's also promoted Davidos Sasanukas into the first team squad, having signed a new long-term contract with Jeben Beatty out of the under the 21s, who's been scoring goals for fun. So David's in the first team squad for now. He thinks he's got a lot of potential and he can improve him. So he'll be going down that road with David, which is fair enough, and that's what we like to see. The academy players pushing and trying to get into the first team squad. And one of them might be on a breakthrough this year. We don't know which one. I'd like to see a couple of them do that, like I mentioned earlier, Ryan and a couple of others. But Brooksy, I'd like to see him a bit more consistent this season as well. He'll hopefully get more game time, but I think it's lots going to depend on who they bring in. Obviously, I think he brought Tyler Binden in for the centre half. I still think we need a bit more defending. Definitely a quality midfield player. He talked about Gus playing more of a central role this year. Plus O'Hare can fill that role as well, but Blaster's going to be out to mid-September, so we did hint that we might be a bit short in that area. So I think he'll be looking at a midfield player to come in. I know there's that guy from MTK Budapest who I mentioned in the week that they have been talking to him. I'll just forget his name in a minute. I've got it somewhere. I'll tell you. Thomas Kadensky, that's his name, from MTK Budapest. So they're trying to get him in, hopefully, as a replacement for Vinny. I know they're talking to him, along with a couple more players. Ashley Phillips at Tottenham. Tottenham are still going through their process of assessing their squad. So once they've done that, and like dominoes fall into place, don't they? If they're going to buy somebody, then they'll be able to release him out on loan. So I think he'll be one of the players they're looking at to bring in. Like I say, on other stuff, there's Ryan Brewster. Although Ryan is a free agent, one or two clubs in looking around, Middlesbrough, I think Sunderland as well. It's not been decided on what Ryan wants to do yet. There's still a possibility that he might re-sign. I am not bothered either way, if I'm really honest. I think we still need a new striker anyway. Certainly, definitely, if Ryan does go, they will bring somebody in to cover that area as well. I've touched on Ashley Phillips, Louis Barry as well at Aston Villa. I've had a bit to say on Louis. I know they talked to him, but I'm looking at it this way with Louis. There's a big difference with rocking it up with Stockport and scoring goals, big fish in a small pond, and coming to play consistently well at the Championship level. Now, I know Ruben say he has had him at Hull City for a little while, but he was injured quite a bit, so he never really had that chance to work with him very much. Obviously, he must like him. The problem with it, as I see it, do you bring him in on loan, or are you going to take a gamble and pay the 3 million plus for him on a full transfer? I'm a bit undecided on it. It's a gamble we're going to have to take at some point, isn't it, on young players like that. But I just think I'm at this conjuncture at minute that we really need quality rather than quantity in the squad every time. I think it's really important we do that. I think they're looking at that. It's a market we're looking at. I think we're looking at Premiership players to bring in. So that's really important that we do that. Behind the scenes, like I said to you, there's lots going on. The biggest problem we have is agents. They're always touting the players around. There's lots of speculation. You can't stop it. You've only got to look at social media. Some of the names we're being linked with. We could fill a team with different players, and a lot of it it's just agents putting the names out there, touting players around. 99% on it's just rubbish anyway. A couple of names I've been linked or I've been told it's quite true. So you can make of it as you will, whether they sign or not. That's up to them. I know there's a big appetite for content for Blades. We've got to sit tight. We've got to be patient. There are things happening out there. So we just don't. I know we all get a bit impatient, don't we? We all get thinking, oh, the clubs are signing players. We should be signing players. But we've got to remember we haven't got a good squad. Chris Wilder left us in a good squad to work with. I know we've lost Vinny, and perhaps one or two more might go out. Who we'll wait and see. I think there'll be the loan market will be used for a couple of players to go out to as well. Whether somebody comes in with a big offer for 1 hour, we'll wait and see. It's just a fluid market, isn't it? All the time. It's ongoing between that. It's just a mad market between now and September. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. We do know what we want. We are looking, and definitely we are. I'd love to tell you some names, but I can't. Honestly, I can't, because if it goes all wrong, then you look a bit daft. But it's just one of them things that we're not looking for a centre-back, midfield player, possibly a striker as well. All other stuff out there is not really worth talking about, if I'm honest with you. I know the players out there are doing well. They want to be proactive. They want to play with intense pressure on when we're attacking. They want to be good at defensive work as well. He thinks a lot of Tyler Binden when he was at Reading. I know a lot of people have not heard of him a lot. He was their player of the year. He can carry the ball well. He can defend. He can head the ball. Whether he's up to it at this level, we're going to wait and see, aren't we? We'll soon find out. But I won't get too despondent, because we're not, players are not coming through the door at minute. We're better off getting the right players in at the right quality to come and fill the gaps that he wants to fill in. And hopefully, I know they had a game yesterday between themselves, an inter-game. It played actually Tom Cannon out on left, which is interesting. That might be a different role for Tom. That'll be interesting if it is. But inter-games between madness between squad, it's a bit mad, in it. So we're just trying different systems out, different tactics, the way they want to play. So it can be a change from doing all the hard training and the weights and all the other stuff. But that's it for now. We're all up to speed. I think there's not much else we can really talk about until something happens. If something does happen today or over the weekend, I'll come back on and fill you in on what's happening. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you've got any comments to say, let them in. Put me in the comments below. I'd like to know what you think about the transfers and the monies and the boards and the players and stuff like that. But we'll be fine. The dominoes will start falling into place. It'll all work out in the end, and hopefully by September we'll have a decent squad to try and challenge ourselves to get back into the Prem and have a good season. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Up the blades, and I'll speak to you soon.
Sousa's departed, the club gets a fee. Are you able to go and buy players, or are you really looking at loans and players who are available out of contract at the moment?
For the moment, we are able to make a transfer if that's the way we need. It's not that we can reinvert everything about that transfer. We can have some part of it if we think that the player is the proper one. For the moment, right now, we are more focused in the market of the loans and the free agents, and then, as I say, we are monitoring those ones that if we need to pay transfer, we can do it. But our target right now will be the other two options, the options with the loans and the free market.
Is anything close at the moment? Fans will want to know, is there anything that could be done soon?
I would like to tell you yes, but we are working on it, and I hope that in the next couple of weeks, if we can have 2 extra players that we are working, that will be some good news.
And are you in a strong position as a club to fend off any further interest in players? With Sousa gone, people will just have a little bit of concern. There may well be bids for the Harmers, the Coopers, other players potentially. Can you keep hold of those players?
That's our target, to keep all of our key players, and I think they have been brilliant. The 2 names that you just mentioned have been brilliant with us, working really hard in this training camp, being involved, asking questions, and yeah, I think it's always a good signal that you have players that have some interest from other clubs, because that means you have some quality in the building, and then you're doing a good job. I think we also are in a strong position to try to keep those players with us, offering a good project and a good space to continue growing and make important things.